Sources told the Post that Jones sent a message to one of the betting ring members on February 9, 2023, urging him to place a large bet on the Lakers' opponent, the Milwaukee Bucks, because James would be out with an injury.
But we begin with a story that has dominated the headlines. The FBI announced on Thursday that two major operations, one involving the sharing of insider information for betting on NBA games, and the other centering on rigged poker games using high-tech cheating devices, have led to the arrest of more than...
LeBron James is dominating headlines following reports that federal agents conducted unannounced searches at his residences in Los Angeles and Ohio. Authorities claim the matter extends far beyond basketball, dubbing the investigation Operation Nothing But Net. What started as a discreet review of insider activity within the NBA has quickly escalated into one of the league's most shocking and talked about controversies.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible.
4 months, federal investigators have been tracing unusual financial transactions, encrypted messages, and confidential medical data, all of which allegedly point back to NBA superstar LeBron James. The investigation intensified when LeBron's longtime friend and former teammate, Damon Jones, was named in court filings earlier this spring. According to those documents, Jones was accused of leaking sensitive player health information ahead of key Lakers matchups, including the February 9, 2023 game against Milwaukee and another versus Oklahoma City in early 2024. In one cited message, Jones allegedly instructed an associate to make a move on Milwaukee tonight before any official announcements were made. Hours later, LeBron unexpectedly sat out that game, and Milwaukee secured the win. Initially, it appeared that Jones was the central figure, until the probe expanded dramatically. Agents have since turned their attention to LeBron's inner circle, seizing electronic devices, financial records, and communications from both his Los Angeles mansion and Ohio estate.
First indictment involves 6 defendants. This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams.
Sources close to the investigation say the search warrant indicated agents were seeking potential ties between Damon Jones's alleged insider network and a larger financial organization possibly linked to a major NBA figure, LeBron James. While no charges have been filed and officials emphasize that LeBron is cooperating fully, behind-the-scenes reports paint a more complex picture. Insiders claim investigators are analyzing encrypted communications and overseas money transfers connected to individuals formerly associated with LeBron's travel entourage. One source even noted that James's name appears repeatedly in confidential internal documents. The story continues to unfold rapidly, leaving fans stunned as they await further details, much of which remains sealed from the public.
You have more breaking news this morning. 2 big names in the NBA among more than 30 people arrested in connection with federal investigation into sports betting and illegal.
Rumors circulating throughout the league are growing louder, with several insiders suggesting that LeBron James may soon be named in the next update of federal investigation records. Before his arrest, Damon Jones's behavior reportedly revealed a man living far beyond his financial means. Guests at a luxury Las Vegas resort described him flaunting wealth, lounging in VIP areas, smoking expensive cigars, and frequently dropping LeBron's name in conversation. One professional player told investigators that Jones used LeBron's name as if it were a personal access card, bragging about insider knowledge on team health and schedules. But behind the display of confidence, witnesses noted signs of desperation, as Jones often asked for quick loans to sustain his lavish lifestyle. What began as harmless gossip soon took a darker turn. The NBA responded swiftly, stating that LeBron James had no involvement in Jones's private dealings. League officials emphasized that James was unaware of any misconduct and that his connection with Jones was purely personal, not professional.
Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Cosa Nostra, to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese.
As the investigation widened, agents uncovered something unexpected. Federal records reveal that investigators began analyzing communications between LeBron James and Damon Jones, and that's when LeBron's name reportedly appeared on the official warrant. The revelation sent shockwaves throughout the sports world. The question quickly followed: if LeBron was only a witness, why did agents need to seize files from his residences? According to insiders, the warrants referenced the coordination of privileged information, a term that typically suggests active involvement rather than passive awareness. While no evidence has surfaced showing that LeBron personally violated any rules, his long-standing connection to Jones, along with the timing of certain financial transactions and private flights, has raised eyebrows among officials. The timeline only deepens the intrigue. The February 9, 2023, game against Milwaukee occurred just 2 days after LeBron surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record. Citing soreness, he sat out that game, the same matchup that Jones allegedly referenced when sharing a confidential game update. When investigators aligned the dates, they began to see what appeared to be a coordinated pattern, intentional or otherwise. Nearly a year later, in January 2024, Jones was again accused of leaking private information ahead of another Lakers matchup, this time against Oklahoma City.
We haven't seen the indictments yet. There's been some time lag. I suppose it will take some time to go through all the forensic, evidence.
Reports indicate that Damon Jones may have earned a quick $2,500 through a digital transaction, once again leveraging his association with LeBron James as a selling point. The timing, the connections, and the mounting coincidences have become impossible for fans to overlook. All of this unfolds as the NBA grapples with a broader credibility crisis, with multiple figures reportedly under federal scrutiny. Yet, amid the growing chaos, the spotlight has fallen directly on LeBron. When footage emerged showing federal vehicles parked outside his Brentwood mansion, social media erupted in speculation. Across online platforms and sports shows alike, one question dominates: what's really happening behind those doors? Some analysts insist the entire situation is merely a misunderstanding tied to Damon Jones's independent dealings, but the public remains unconvinced.
Same kind of extortion that we heard when Cassie took the stand and testified on that airplane ride back from France. Diddy said, "You don't do a freak-off, I'm going to release one of the freak-off videos that you are profiled in."
However, several sports law experts point out that it's highly uncommon for federal investigators to execute home searches on individuals regarded solely as witnesses. In the days following the raids, LeBron James's legal team maintained near total silence, issuing only a brief statement affirming that they were fully cooperating with authorities. In legal contexts, that phrase doesn't necessarily imply exoneration. More often, it signals that active discussions or negotiations are still unfolding behind closed doors.
That he has with others, and just because no one else has been charged, which normally in a RICO case you would have others charged, it was a statute that designed to get mob bosses, trying to get at criminal behavior that's like a web of criminal behavior that you can't necessarily prove, like the one thing or the statute of limitations expired on the other thing, but you're just showing this bad guy who's operating what's clearly an enterprise that over and over engages in criminal problems or criminal.
One insider claims agents didn't leave empty-handed. They reportedly took several electronic devices, including secured tablets said to belong to members of LeBron's team. The contents haven't been made public, but leaks hint at travel notes, schedules, and communications reaching as far back as late 2022.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
It was around that same time that Damon Jones began showing up more often around the Lakers, and that's when things got murky. Rumors and revelations started to blur together. Sources say what began as a simple internal check on game activity was only the tip of something much larger. Behind closed doors, investigators reportedly began piecing together message records between Jones and a second circle of entertainment insiders, some of whom were already tied to another major investigation.
Maybe the judge is going to give him more than time served.
But we should say that the maximum he could get is 20 years.
And that's what I want to get into for a minute. Because this is some racist you-know-what.
That discovery reportedly forced investigators to widen their lens even further, digging into LeBron James's broader circle, including business partners and public figures well beyond the basketball world. Experts note that Operation Nothing But Net is no longer just about insider activity. It's about tracing complex financial webs across sports and entertainment. Sponsorships, event promotions, and brand deals can overlap in unexpected ways, giving authorities a tangled puzzle to unravel. If any of those paths intersect with Damon Jones or his known associates, the implications could be serious. Yet none of this has been proven in court, and LeBron remains uncharged. For now, he continues to present his usual calm and positive demeanor to the public.
For a while, a lot of people are buzzing that Diddy's former BFFs are real quiet.
And they have been.
And people were wondering why and who's the next to fall. And then Jay-Z comes out, and then LeBron James says, I'm stepping away for excused personal reasons. And people are going, oh, what is going?
Just weeks before the story broke, LeBron James was courtside in Los Angeles, laughing and cheering in a bright floral cardigan, giving no hint of the storm brewing behind the scenes. Those close to him say he has been under intense pressure, cutting back on interviews, skipping media obligations, and limiting travel as the investigation unfolds. Within the Lakers organization, officials are moving cautiously, waiting for verified details before commenting publicly. The basketball world is now riveted, watching one of its biggest legends navigate a rapidly escalating saga. And just when it seemed the story couldn't grow any stranger, reports suggest investigators are now probing LeBron's links to another figure already serving time for orchestrating notorious private celebrity gatherings.
When they win, I criticize them when they're messing up in an effort to make sure that you don't do it again. I'm not wishing anybody to fail, but I have to call it how I see it, because I have an audience to answer to. These players, I don't get paid.
Then came the shocking twist. Federal agents reportedly followed social and business connections that led straight to Sean Diddy Combs. What began as a probe into NBA-related activities suddenly collided with the glitzy world of entertainment, elite events, and private guest lists. Diddy, already serving time after being convicted on charges tied to adult entertainment misconduct, has seen his empire crumble in the public eye. And now, somehow, one of basketball's biggest stars finds himself pulled into that same orbit.
Talk about LeBron James, the Lakers head coach, saying he is out for personal reasons. It's an excused absence. However, social media trying to connect it to a resurfaced clip where James joined Diddy Combs on a live stream and said, quote, "Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party." I think that went viral.
Fans are stunned, wondering just how far this connection might reach and what it could mean for LeBron's future on and off the court. Almost overnight, an old Instagram live video resurfaced, showing LeBron laughing alongside Sean Diddy Combs, joking, "There ain't no party like a Diddy party." What was once innocent fun between two celebrities is now being scrutinized as the internet dissects every frame, reading new meaning into a moment that once seemed lighthearted.
Some of the biggest trending stories you'll want to know today. Sports legend. People call him the GOAT. LeBron James taking an excused absence from the basketball season. This, as resurfaced video, is being examined.
Viewers have slowed the footage and examined facial expressions, prompting speculation about whether LeBron James's playful comment hinted at a closer association with Sean Diddy Combs' circle than previously understood. While LeBron has not been accused of any illegal or inappropriate behavior, insiders report that his name has come up in discussions regarding guest lists for Diddy's once notorious private events, which are currently under federal scrutiny. These gatherings, previously described as extravagant celebrity parties, are now being re-examined as part of ongoing testimony.
Great husband, great philanthropist, great businessman, great director, great producer, great host, great basketball player, great leader. I mean, my God, I have done everything but put diapers and a bib on this brother. But it ain't enough, because one thing matters to him and one thing only, and that's him being recognized as the greatest of all times. Well, you're not.
The developments have cast a troubling light on potential manipulation and misconduct within Sean Diddy Combs' network. Despite the intensifying investigation, LeBron James's legal team has remained silent, issuing no public statements. The Lakers organization has also declined to comment, likely awaiting further information. In the same week that agents reportedly seized items from LeBron's homes, prosecutors announced an expansion of Operation Nothing But Net, incorporating new data from entertainment-related accounts connected to Diddy's business operations. Internal reports indicate that investigators are cross-referencing financial ledgers, suggesting that some intermediaries may have been involved in both Damon Jones's insider activities and Diddy's event dealings. Officials have reportedly begun examining whether certain payments and guest lists overlap. Behind the scenes, public relations teams are working extensively, and corporate sponsors are reviewing contracts featuring LeBron's name and likeness. Sources indicate that at least 2 major brands have temporarily paused upcoming campaigns involving James until federal officials provide clarity. Within NBA circles, the discussion has shifted from whether LeBron was aware of Jones's actions to whether he had any knowledge of Diddy's events and their nature. Even minimal perceived association has reportedly caused concern among executives and brand managers. New reports suggest that, according to a former event organizer, LeBron's name appeared in internal coordination communications as far back as 2018.
3 others where we've laid out the prosecution case. This time, we're talking specifically, what is Diddy's defense? And we decided to test it with a mock jury, and it is fascinating.
It is absolutely fascinating, keeping in mind that the real jury will be sitting down to do this. The trial starts.
Investigators reviewing digital records from LeBron James's associates and Diddy's network have reportedly found contact logs mentioning high-profile athletes, though none of this is publicly verified. Social media has exploded with speculation, as people comb through old posts, photos, and event timelines. Sources suggest that LeBron's loyalty to longtime friends, including Damon Jones, may have unintentionally created channels for sensitive information to circulate. His trusted inner circle, once a strength, is now under intense scrutiny, with investigators analyzing whether connections to Diddy's events or financial networks overlap with NBA insider activity. Despite the growing storm, LeBron has remained silent, limiting appearances and allowing the investigation to unfold. Brands and the Lakers organization are proceeding cautiously, and the public continues to speculate about his true awareness of these private networks.